Capricorn, welcome to your Astro Reels, and thank you so much for being so lovely and so patient as we have gone through the zodiac, and now it's your turn. So, as you know, these readings are timeless and signless, so you don't have to actually have any significant Capricornian placements in your natal chart, and you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's being published. If you're here and it resonates, then chances are it's for you. If you'd like to work more personally with me, doing energy healing, energy reading, or mentoring services, you know exactly where to find me. Let's jump right in. So I was shuffling these cards, Capricorn, and I noticed that this card kind of wanted to come out. And immediately, interestingly, as I just pulled this out, I got two vibes. The first vibe was pre-Columbian energy, so like the Mayans, Aztecs, Incans, Olmecs, Toltecs, those groups, right? I also got and of course that has a little energy or a lot of energy of indigenous tribes. And I also got an energy of marriage and weddings. So the two don't have to be united or connected in any way, but those are just energies in the field that I'm getting, because as you guys know, these are ultimately collective readings. If you'd like to have a more personal reading, yeah. So let's take a look at what I'm seeing here. So we see here that a lot of you have been, I'm getting the words, playing at decision making. So when they say playing at decision making, it's got a little bit of a feeling of onboarding, like trying to get trying again to get into a position where you're making decisions for yourself or feeling strong enough to make decisions for yourself. So you've been efforting towards making decisions. There's a little bit of that energy, but at the same time, there's the energy of faking it till you make it. See the what do you call this? The alignment. Sorry, I'm hearing them say also, this is for somebody, it's too specific, the annulment is over. So that's for somebody there. Interesting. That has to do with marriage and weddings. And remember I told you I was feeling, before we got the cards out, I was just feeling weddings energy there. So as you guys may know, I do welcome guide your spirit teams to kind of message things through sometimes for specific people. So just, you know, we're all here in the group, and let's continue. So I'm seeing that some of you have been really practicing to be a decision maker, to be a leader, putting effort towards that, maybe falling a little bit off the bandwagon with things. But I'm seeing that there's going to be some know-how that comes about. Now I say comes about, and in a way that they're trying to impress the fact that you practice and you practice and you practice, and even though you, from your current perspective, may be like, I'm practicing, but I'm not the expert that I want to be, or I thought I'd be, you don't realize that with every movement of your cute little, look, needle, it's a sewing needle, you know, look at it, it's like squiggling, you're trying your best to maneuver with this needle, and everything that you're doing, even in trial and error and vain and blah, blah, it's sewing your dress. So it's creating a foundation of knowledge for you. So long story short, nothing is wasted. I know I just said in vain, but as I said it, I was like, that's not the energy here. So just, yeah, so nothing here is wasted. Every effort that you put goes towards, let's say, the 10,000 hours, right, that it takes to become very good at something. So I'm seeing that, and they're asking you at this moment, whoever you guys are, to take a look at where you have been, because we see this. It's interesting. Again, I keep getting annulment when I do this. I just heard annulment when I want to say alignment. So that's for somebody. So I don't know who that is. The annulment is over is what they keep saying. So do you with that. But you see this alignment here between these two people. It almost feels like this is you practicing, donning, you know, the facade, not facade, but donning the persona. There we go. Donning the persona of what it is that you would like to achieve, what it is that you would like to accomplish, faking it till you make it, putting yourself in the shoes of people who are doing what it is that you'd like to be doing. But this is the real you in the background, really trying your best to hold the beacon, hold the strength, and hold the light. Let's see what's behind there. Look at that. the sun, right? But it's got a cute little bird in front. So Spirit is acknowledging here that there is some distance still to go. Duh, of course. I'm getting 8. So it could be until the month of August, or it could be over the next 8 months. So there is some distance to go for you to continue to unravel your old self and shift into your new self. Because here we see you holding this cute little dandelion sun here, and here as this actual sun card, it's like the dandelion has unraveled. And but at the same time, you see her hair, cute. This looks like her hair. So here you are unraveling into this new transformed state that you're moving into, where you're finally stepping into and exhibiting and really embodying what it is that you're moving towards. But what's kind of not holding you back, but what's still kind of not in the way, but what's still kind of in the mix is your old self, your old persona. So here's the question: what can we give up, or what can we transform of the old self that would allow us to bring in, thank you, more of the new self? What, in other words, what can we start to think, to believe, to exhibit, to undergo, to experience, to sample, whatever? What can we do to continue to move ourselves over this bridge of transformation so that we can emerge into something that we are actually moving towards? It's an unfolding process. But what can stop an unfolding process or hinder? I don't even want to say stop, because I really feel like the momentum is too strong. This transformation momentum is too strong. So it's not going to stop, even at your worst behavior, let's put it that way, or worst beliefs. But what can actually create obstacles and slow you down, or just create wear and tear on your psyche and your sense of self is, well, your low self-worth beliefs, your poverty consciousness, right? Your 5 of Pentacles energy. If 5 of Pentacles is in here, I'm just going to say. Or I felt like 4 of Swords even. If that's in there, I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to be like, oh my God, but it's probably not. But those energies are still here. The 4 of Swords is time out. It's rest. So let's talk about time out and rest, because we already just talked about 5 of Pentacles energy, which is low self-worth and poverty consciousness. So please try to fix that. Where you need to start the faking till you're making is in your belief system. It's not just about changing your clothes, looking the part, talking the part. It's the believing. I am this successful entrepreneur. I am a brilliant mother. I am a man who can create my own destiny. I am a man who is creating my own destiny. Now, the beautiful thing is that when you affirm those things, your now moment self in a non-physical is like a stenographer writing it down. And at that same time, you push it, you keep pushing with that mentality and those beliefs. You can not only start to program your now moment in a non-physical from which manifestation occurs, but you can also get to gauge in the now moment, or just whatever your observation, how you actually feel about what it is that you say you'd like to have. So if you say, I have 70,000 in the bank, and you hear part of you like, yeah, right, I just looked and it's like 200. That shows you in that moment that your distance between what it is that you say you would like to have and where you are choosing to be on some level is very large. But when you start affirming after, keeping it up, that you have $70,000 in the bank, when you're in that zone and you're like, yeah, heck yeah, and you're not feeling that, yeah, right, I'm a loser and I didn't, blah, blah, blah. When you're not feeling that, the distance between where you are and what you say you'd like is very short. And that's where you need to be, because what we're doing is we're closing the gap between the dimensions. If you would like to have what it is that you are programming yourself to have, you're basically programming your now moment, which is in the non-physical, and you are working in your physical plane with your physical faculties, your beliefs and all that, to meet yourself where you are. So long story short, you're learning to align with what it is that you say that you'd like to have and be and embody. And that alignment becomes very, very quick the closer you get to it. So enough with the naysaying. So really, the change agent here is your ability to believe in what you're saying and to keep the repetition up, and to, through that building good reputation, right? Through that repetition and taking the proper action steps, you're actively showing up in your physical world the way that you'd like to be. And of course, you're building that reputation, and people are starting to see that. But at the same time, you are actively closing the distance, energetically wise, between what it is that you are observing in your physical field and where it is that you would like to be. And just as I said that, I noticed those 10 minutes, 10 seconds, just so you know. So yeah, hold on, let me just dip in. I wanted to say something else, but that was a long message. I think I might have lost what I was going to say. The other thing, what was I going to say? Already I'm forgetting what I was just saying here, but anyway, long story short, here you are, and you are faking it till you make it. So keep doing that, they're saying, but you really have to do the work at the belief level. At the end of the day, that's what it really is, the belief. Oh, thank you. Thanks. They're like, that's what it was. Thanks, guys. So we were talking about, thank you. They're the best, aren't they? We're talking about five of Pentacles energy, the low self-worth. Counter that through the affirmations and the closing the distance on your belief, right? So generate belief, cultivate healthy belief. Believe it, because truth is, you don't know what your future is anyway, so you're just out here choosing on some level to believe in the negative. Why? Because you're relying too much on your physical senses. But that's you living in the past, because that's like dead meat on the plate. It's already dead. It's here. It's on your plate. If you really want to do anything that's worth anything, you have to go into the now moment, which is non-physical, and it has no programming at all until you program it. So stop programming your say this word, is really your virginal moment in the now moment, which is completely meaningless. It has no meaning attached, no nothing, no direction, nothing. Stop programming that with your naysaying low self-worth energies and fears and pain and trauma and blah 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 that you're choosing to bring into your now moment, because you're choosing to look at what's in your physical low money account, all that stuff, and have it sway you to the point that now you're programming your now moment. I hope that makes sense. Try to explain that all the time, and I don't know if I get it right at all for you guys, but anyway, the next thing that they just reminded me of is the Four of Swords. I mean, I don't know what's under here, but these are the energies coming up. The Four of Swords is time out. So they're saying you, in addition to working on your poverty consciousness and working at the belief level, that's where you need to fake it till you make it, by the way. You have to start having a better relationship with time out, with hibernation, with ebb and flow, with pruning season, things like that. So sometimes we keep wanting to be in yang energy, go, 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 creating, building, moving, dynamism, and when we should be in yin energy, where it's taking a step back, observing, reflecting, contemplating, refining, things like this. And so sometimes they're saying even just resting, right? And then by the same token, sometimes we're resting when we really should be moving. And the reason why we are resting sometimes when we should be moving is because maybe we haven't completed, what it is that we went into the resting period for. So sometimes, no shade to me, right? As I'm just saying that, my eyes are like falling on something over there, a project that they asked me to work on a long time ago. Anyway, my bad, guys. Look, we out here, right? Anyway, so the point is balance, right? So when it comes time to your time out, your ebbing and flowing, your resting, your working periods, start to get into the body, train the body to have a routine. So starting off with routine is always a good place to be. So deciding when you're going to work, when you're going to rest, and from there you can kind of observe what works for you and make any adjustments. And they're saying, most importantly, before we go, you must create opportunities and chances for receiving what? your downloads, your energy stuff, your guides, your whatever. So a lot of you are out here trying to make businesses work, but I'm not seeing a lot of you taking time out to sit down and receive. So basically, where are you at? Are you trying to create businesses to make money and do all that, but you're forgetting the spirit about it? You should be calling in your higher self and all of that, and bringing in your higher wisdom. But if you're out here just doing, and you're not making time for the spirit, then where we at, Joe? And what are you doing? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you know where to find me. Mwah. Bye.